What's up, people?
Hello,
what's going on?
Hello, everyone. Another Laymen live, and we're pretty tired, but hey, we're here.
So tired.
We've
right
done
now.
a lot of editing. We've got some stuff in the pipeline, everybody.
So much shit coming.
So
ladies
we're
and
here,
gents.
okay,
It's gonna
but
be
it's-
huge.
It's gonna be good. Okay?
Totally huge.
It's gonna be what makes it good. Don't worry.
So, how you guys going? Hope you have had a good week. It's been alright for us. I have been playing Death Stranding.
Have you now?
I'm not allowed to
Really?
say anything about it, or Sony will have my balls
Yes.
in a giant jar, because
Exactly.
you need a giant jar to contain
They
them,
need
right?
the small, you know those little tiny ones you can put like a little bit of sauce in when you go to lunch? That's what the balls will fit in, everybody, okay?
So,
So Ralph, how's it been? Why don't you tell us how is it? You know, give us details.
I cannot say anything without having my entire life brought down around me. They will just
see.
sue me out of existence if I say anything under embargo.
I see.
But anyway, I've been playing it, and I also got sent a copy of Outer Worlds.
Oh, you've got it?
Which I have now.
Awesome.
Yes, which I'll have a
Awesome.
review on next week. And I can't say anything about that either.
I see.
And what else did we play this week, Sam?
I played Overwatch on Switch, okay? I gave it a go. It does really kind of... You do feel the huge change. I play on PC. There's a lot of articles out now also showing, like, it's struggling hard. A lot of ults go off. It's going down to, like, 10, FPS. It's supposed to be 30. Apart from that, I played some Smash. What else did I play?
How does it feel to sell out free speech and democracy so
Yeah.
easily, Sam, and continue to play Overwatch?
Yeah, there's plenty of people in the voice chat making jokes about that on Switch. I can do now. But
I'm sure there's a lot of free Hong Kong going on.
yeah, no,
in,
not free Hong Kong, but more like just like Blizzard talk and Blizzard China stuff and stuff like that. So, yeah, that's what I've been doing this week, people.
Nice.
No other games, actually. Crazy. I know it's crazy. Okay?
It's crazy.
It's crazy.
So, guys, if you haven't been to Layman Live before, this is the show where we do the news dump for the week. It's the weekly dump. We save up all of the...
Oh, I mean, that's my joke, but take it. Take it, Ralph.
We save up all of the little dumps that we might have had, and we have one big, giant dump here right in front of you guys.
God, that's so funny.
Thank you very much.
Ralph Seinfeld, man.
Thanks,
I missed
man.
out. Okay, you were too young for it. Damn
That's
it.
true. So we're going to go through the news now, and obviously we'll be reading your chats and stuff as well, so keep them coming.
Yes.
Let's talk about the top news of the day. Not our thumbnail, we'll come to that soon.
Yes.
So let's talk about the top news of the day, which just broke earlier while we were asleep. Watch
we need
watch
the coffee.
Sam. And that is that Blizzard postpones event in Taiwan amid Hong Kong protests. So there was meant to be a World of Warcraft 15th anniversary event in Taiwan coming up in November. That event is no longer a thing. It's gone. Blizzard offered no explanation as to why it was cancelled. It simply said it was going to be held at a later date.
Later date.
Press X to doubt on that one. So this obviously mirrors recently when Blizzard cancelled the Nintendo, the event the Overwatch launch event
yes,
at the Nintendo headquarters in New York.
City.
And they didn't provide any explanation for that. They didn't even provide an announcement for that.
Still,
in fact.
up until this moment, I've checked a couple of times. I have not seen it yet. This is becoming a trend. I mean, do I think that they're going to cancel BlizzCon? No. But
There's no way in hell they would cancel
look,
BlizzCon.
I reckon they won't.
No way.
Okay, because it's one thing to cancel a few things for the fans of specific games. It's different to cancel something that will directly affect their share price. That's what it comes down to, people.
Yes.
If they go out and actually cancel this shit, my God, it would not only make headlines, but the investors would hear about that, and some serious stock trouble would happen. But really crazy. I mean, I don't know if there's any other events coming up for Blizzard prior to BlizzCon.
I think what's interesting about this is that we're learning about all these Blizzard events. We didn't even know they were
That's so
happening.
true.
It's we didn't know there was some New York launch party.
That's so true.
That's a thing.
That's the way to get it out, okay? Other
True.
companies, listen to that.
True.
Get an event that no one knows about. Cancel it. People know about it then.
It's like the party people can't go to
God.
because the party's not on.
Like a Fallout 76 party, put it on, cancel it, then people might have heard of it. That's how
we'll
they
come
should
back
do
to
it.
Fallout 76
Yes, we
very
should.
soon.
We
don't worry.
shall.
So going on from the Blizzard story, obviously it continues to
was
roll
quick.
on.
That was quick.
No, as in there's more Blizzard.
Oh, I see.
There's obviously more Blizzard
Of
to
course.
spank, Sam.
Yes.
So one thing we didn't cover earlier a few days ago was that the AU Hearthstone team actually got the ban that they really desired. Like they were so keen for this ban. Just in case you don't know, the AU team were the collegiate guys that held up a free Hong Kong sign during a match. And, like after that, Blizzard's like, cut transmission, cut it away. Blizzard have since then removed all face cams and like video from all their collegiate matches going forward, and there's no post-game interviews.
Man.
In the States.
In the States, like...
It's like being kicked out of an NBA game for holding up a free Hong Kong sign in Philadelphia, man.
Yes.
Wonder what LeBron thinks about that.
Yeah.
They were misinformed.
Yeah, misinformed.
There's
not enough information for them to really comment on that yet. But like, yeah, I mean, that's like for them to start not allowing like any cameras at some events. That guts half of the availability of that event to really thrive. You know.
It just becomes less interesting to watch when you don't have the players. It's like watching a stream when you haven't got face cam. It's like, it's just not as good. I know lots of streamers can make it work, but I personally always prefer when I can see someone's face and their reactions, expressions, all that sort of stuff.
Exactly.
And I just think it's better. But anyway.
I think it guts the market that would come and watch that, you know? And it's like so devastating to those players. They're obviously trying to... have a bit of a say in terms of, free speech and whatever. And I understand that there might be some sort of repercussions there, fine. We've said that before. Maybe a 1 ban or something, just so they know that they want to really keep the emphasis on the game. But to cut all cameras, man, like that is going to have a huge effect on upcoming things. If I was really enjoying tuning in for these types of events, I'm less enthused now because I can't see the players and their reactions and stuff.
And also because you can't say what you think.
Exactly. That's also one of those things.
So this story specifically, though, AU, the team, they did the whole sign-up thing, and then Blizzard very hastily were like, oh, we're not going to punish those guys. And everyone's like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah.
Like, they did exactly the same thing what Blitzchung did, and so why aren't they being punished? So it was kind of like a big self-own for Blizzard, because it really highlighted their double standard, and how everything they've done is very sort of like, it's all about China. Even though they promised that their decision was not influenced by China, it's about China. Yes. So these guys finally got the ban they wanted. They've got a 6-month ban, which is exactly the same as Blitzchung. They wanted it because they're like, everyone should be treated fairly. And so, they said here, happy to announce the team received a 6-month ban from competition. While delayed, I appreciate all players being treated equally and no one being above the rules.
I mean, I don't think they would have got the ban if they didn't come out in such protest of the double standards. I really think it's not even so much. I mean, look, sure, I'm sure that the actual, community also had an effect. But it's the actual players themselves that were like, hang on, why aren't you banning us too?
Yeah.
Obviously, Blizzard was like, oh shit, okay, we look stupid now. We look super stupid. Which is impossible to get more stupid, which is the word, than you currently are.
If anyone knows more stupid, it's Sam.
More stupid. So anyway, that's the meme right there.
It is obviously pretty ridiculous, and I can just say those guys are pretty stand-up dudes. I mean, they're young guys,
and they didn't take the prize money.
They're like 19 years old or whatever, but they're standing up for what they believe in, and they're doing that stuff. So props to them for making that. So
but like college campuses, people never stand up for what they believe in. Everybody, Ralph. I mean, again, more stupid.
Nice. So look, there is one final bit of this Blizzard puzzle for the week. Actually, we'll do that before we do the super chats. This is an interesting story that's been doing the rounds. Based on a tweet that was pretty spicy and pretty spot on, I think.
It started as a tweet, and then if you don't do your own research, which I have and many others, it's not just a tweet. There's a lot of evidence you can even see on your Switch.
So basically, firstly, we know that Nintendo just threw Blizzard under the bus on the New York event. The Nintendo could have said, we are cancelled, or the event is cancelled, full stop. They didn't need to say cancelled by Blizzard. So they really threw Blizzard under the bus on that one. It was like, okay, cool. So apparently people were able to successfully get refunds for Overwatch pre-orders on Switch if they called up and they're like, I hate Blizzard. The helpful Nintendo employees were like, us too, we'll give you a refund, Now, that was confirmed later on to not be the case. Nintendo's policy said, no, we're not, that's not what we're doing. But some people, it seemed, did sneak in and manage to get some refunds that way.
Definitely. I think that, with Twitter, it always happens. One tweet, one picture, and it just spreads like wildfire and becomes fact, Having said that, maybe that is the case that some of these people did in fact get their refunds, and then Nintendo's like, hold on a second, we don't want to actually get a mass, precedent set that these people can start getting digital sales. They can get digital pre-orders, take them back, we might have given 1 or 2, but let's not continue that. That's
Correct.
probably what happened there.
Next up, it's very customary for Blizzard to promote different games on their Twitter feed, when they come out on Switch. So, for example, you've got The Witcher Wild Hunt here, you've got Fortnite 2 or whatever. Nintendo promotes those games even though they don't publish them because they're happy to see them on the Switch. They did not provide such a tweet for Overwatch on its release. So, Nintendo iced Blizzard yet again.
Big time.
And then everyone's like, where's my Tracer in Smash? Where is she, man? What's happening with that? So, essentially, the story here is, it looks like Nintendo...
It not only looks like, you can go on the Switch, you can go on the Twitter, you can go on Nintendo's
very boomer
Twitter.
of you, Sam. Very boomer.
And you can see that there's so much information about Fortnite, about The Witcher, about upcoming games, about previous games, like... There is no mention whatsoever of Switch and of Overwatch, and that's of course one of the biggest titles that have come out for Switch this month, if not this quarter, for stuff that I would expect would sell quite well. So definitely throwing them under the bus, and I'm kind of glad they did. It's kind of cool. I'm enjoying the little feud now between them.
We've got a whole bunch of super chats, so let's knock them over now. Joel Smith says free Hong Kong $5. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Marlon Mancia $2. Your memes are amazing. Thank you. I write them all myself.
Yep, that's all right.
I love how everyone in the interview was like, Sam is a comedic genius.
Guys,
beautiful.
The script was all me.
The script was all Sam, guys. The scripting, acting,
all
everything.
You need to
it's
do.
like Hideo Kojima.
Yes.
It's a Sam skit written by Sam, directed by Sam, performed by Sam. It's
written
the same thing.
by Sam, maybe.
Definitely written by Sam. Goku $2 still at work trying to unclog a sewer line. Wow, dude, that's
What's up?
serious
Still giving
work.
us the what's up and the $2. We appreciate
Thank you very much,
man.
Goku. My first time watching y'all. Be gentle. Oh, we will. Don't promise.
We'll try.
We always
We'll try,
are.
man.
$5. Thank you very much. Bruce
Willis. Holy
nice.
shit.
We love your shit, man.
That's crazy, man.
Thank you. You were really good in that movie
Awesome.
about the dying heart.
Yes.
So $5. You guys need to do a review of Deep Rock Galactic. I have heard of that game, but
I have not heard of that
I can promise
game.
you I don't have time to review it right now because I'm playing Death Stranding.
Donkey Kong Coins.
Donkey Kong Coins from Colton. Welcome back, dude. Good to see you. Free Hong Kong.
I saw actually one before free Donkey Kong.
Jeffrey with $5. Meme you crazy diamond. Meme on you crazy diamonds. I like that. That's
okay,
nice.
does Ralph know what that reference is?
I don't. To be
Okay,
honest.
that's a Pink Floyd reference.
Is it? Okay,
Shine
there
on
you
you,
go.
crazy diamonds.
So Donald with $30, very generous of you, Donald. Nice meeting you guys at the Razer booth Saturday. Hope you like the Fallout
nice. Good to see
76
you, man.
hand. We've got the Fallout 76 hand.
Yes! Was this the dude? Oh,
Maybe it's the dude. I think it probably is the
hopefully it
dude.
is.
Donald, thank you.
Thank you so much for this, man. We do appreciate it.
You'll be working. Sad times. You can watch the VOD later on, so I'll take some money. So, thank you very much. Love you both. Thank you, dude.
Thank you.
So, $5, the real Tan Seeker. Everything has come crashing down a little bit. Speaking of crashing, I played this game called Wreckfest. I highly recommend it. I think this is the guy that keeps promoting Wreckfest every week until we play it.
Oh, really?
This is the guy, yeah. This is it. We know you, man. We see you. Don't worry.
We need to play that game. Man.
Daniel Taylor, $5. I'm going to write a book called Winnie Jianji Poo in the Censorship Pot. Okay, fair enough.
People would read that.
$76.
Oh, 76. What a great number.
That is crazy. From Uncanny Valley, $76. Here's my dollary dues. Hopefully that it'll bug out on you. Given the lackluster releases this year, what would you think it would earn Game of the Year for this year? That's a really good question.
Okay, that is hard.
I don't think it's a lackluster year, by the way. We've had
Super
Devil May
Smash.
Cry. We've had
Smash.
Smash this year.
Yeah, December, just after it. And it's been like
I guess it falls
it's
in
their
that
biggest
category.
Smash ever, and it's like the huge phenomenon now.
Yeah.
I feel, look, I don't know if it's going to win Game of the Year, though. It's just not a Game of the Year game, though,
I think it deserves to be in the running.
100%. Music, mechanics, roster.
Tracer.
Tracer.
Sekiro obviously came out this year.
Sure.
Resident Evil 2 Remake.
Which would be an interesting precedent if they actually allow a remake to win, or at least be nominated.
It should. It's completely different. It's
Yeah.
not like a normal remake.
Yeah.
Look, personally, my absolute game of the year by a country mile. Not even a question.
Here we go.
Outer Wilds. And I don't mean Outer Worlds from Obsidian. I mean Outer Wilds.
Mm-hmm.
It just got released on PS4. It is so easily the best game I've played this year. It's not even funny. Please go and play it if you haven't. It's utterly...
It'll be interesting to see. Unbelievable.
It's unbelievable.
It's going to be a close race, not because some things are like overwhelmingly outstanding, but I just think a lot of games this year have come out and been very good. Like last year was clearly God of War or Red Dead. This year there's other things. There's Sekiro. There's going to be the Res 2. There's maybe the Super Smash Brothers, There's going to be the Death Stranding discussion, of course. That's going to be a thing. So there's going to be a lot of games, I think, that can potentially get it.
Anthem, Sam. We forgot.
Oh, sorry.
The chat reminded us. Thank you very much,
Yes.
Canon951, for Anthem Game of the Year recommendation.
Yeah.
How did we overlook that? We are So terrible. Is Outer Worlds worth getting? I can't say yet, but I can say that I played like 2 or 3 hours at a preview event, and I loved it. Like, I really loved it. It's exactly what you think it is. No surprises. If you like that style of thing, I think you'll really like this. That's all I can say on it for now. Levi with $5. Thank you. Martin with 20 Sekiro coins. More stupid shirt now, please. Okay.
Do we have a stupid shirt?
I think... You only wear hoodies, Sam. That's all.
I only wear Laymen. I'm only rocking it out.
That's
okay?
right. So
Laymen merch. I'm always ready for that first date because you go there with Laymen merch and it's on. It's on like Donkey Kong coins.
Yeah, right.
Okay?
Nice, Sam. So here we go. Now this is our top story of the day.
Oh!
Guys,
views incoming.
Fallout 76 is a dumpster fire of a game, just in case you haven't heard.
Oh, that's incorrect.
It's big news, we know. We're sorry to shatter your dreams. We thought Fallout 76 was good, but the 6 of you that are playing it, we're sorry, man. Please, we're really sorry. So, guys, first of all, they're delaying their expansion. They've got the Wastelanders update, I should call it, not an expansion, which is the part where they're going to add human NPCs to a video game. Now, this technology has never been heard of. I think it's very understandable that they delay this, because with technology that ambitious, having human NPCs in a video game, I mean, you've really got to cut them some slack.
I understand now why there's so many disconnects, because like if they're going to be implementing this type of cutting edge stuff, like you've got to give them a break. Got to give them a break, everybody.
So, so the Wastelanders update is delayed, and look, to be fair enough. Like, I'd rather they actually take
there's so many quality of life things for them to do that, like, if they need to actually not get this out yet, that's cool. We do know. Okay, it's a giant meme. We know that. Having said that, it is in a better state. If you look at people, speaking about Fallout in general, it's in a much better state than it was when it first released. And, the general opinion with people that still play it are saying that it is much better.
I'm really always cautious about people who still play Fallout 76 and their judgment of things in general.
Yes.
Like,
that's very true.
I'm just like, I don't know that you're the best yardstick.
It's like the people that still play Anthem, man. You can't trust them.
The 7 of them on Twitch. So that's the first thing. And look, I'm glad that they are delaying it, because obviously Fallout 76 was rushed out the door and it was garbage because of it. So good on them for taking the time to do it and adding actual humans. Secondly, there's going to be private servers being added, but guess what? You gotta pay for them.
Of course.
Now look, paying for servers isn't the...
Have we seen that before?
Yeah. It's like Battlefield, for example, where they've charged for private servers for a while. I don't know enough about the economics of servers to be able to offer a definitive view. All I will say is that it makes sense that if a server needs to be provisioned for one person's use, then that person should have to pay for it. That makes sense to me. Correct me if I'm wrong, people in the chat, but that makes sense. And that's how Battlefield's done. That's how a few games are done.
Yeah, I think that it all comes down to what's the development cost and time and effort. If it is a momentous task, then sure, some monetization may be warranted there. Fine. But again, I come back to this game is so fragile. In any way that they kind of try and monetize it, in any way they try and get money off the consumer, when it has been such a dumpster fire, I find it hard to justify that at the moment. And I always come back to the point, like, anything that they add to this game should be brand building and should be written off as just a cost. Just to try and get this ready for, if this is a live service game and they do want to try and keep it around for a number of years and position themselves for the next Fallout, and the phone is going off.
I'm trying to turn it on silent, sorry.
And the next Fallout is going to be looking to come out in the next several years. They need to really look at the long game there, not try and absolutely monetize everything they can in that game.
We'll come back to that point soon.
We will.
I will say, though, specifically, there is a line here within this is very interesting, which is, additionally, in future, you'll be able to mod your worlds. Okay? Now, mods was something that has been promised to Fallout 76 since before it was released. I remember Todd saying, we're not going to have mods in the first year, we're going to have them in year 2. Okay?
Sure.
Now, everyone's like, all right, we're really cautious about Bethesda's approach to mods because the whole,
paid
Creation Club paid mods bullshit that they did, which went over so badly the first time they had to pull it, and now they've reintroduced it, which is basically the same thing now, but they're like, it's different. It's the same. So, everyone was hopeful that when Fallout 76 did get mods, that it would be free mods. Turns out that we don't know if they're free or not, but certainly it looks like they're only going to be available on the private servers. Okay,
sure.
so That already kind of sucks. I really believe, and this is my
But that
gut.
makes sense though, private. So you can't have mods.
Yeah, you can have UI mods. You can have all sorts of interesting stuff like doesn't affect gameplay on the live service. That's fine. My gut on this would be that they're going to go full paid mods on this because they're like, it's a live service game, guys. We've got to make our money, blah 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 blah, all that bullshit. And I reckon it'd be a really great test case for them to like figure out how to like finally land paid mods. Do you know what I mean? I'm sure that Bethesda would love to do that.
I mean, it's the worst game in the world to try this on because it's just like morale is so low.
No, but that's why I think it's good because like no one respects this product, so they're like, fuck it, no one respects it anyway. Let's just put the paid mods in there and just cash in on as much as we can. Learn as much as we can about how this works, and then we can drop real paid mods for Elder Scrolls 6.
That's definitely a way that they could be looking at it. I mean, if I was a company, I would be thinking, this is if I had a really strong IP, okay, this has been well respected and it's earned its stars in the actual industry. We can actually justify, monetization with mods. With this, I mean, it just hasn't justified itself yet to make you pay more for things that they've already promised prior to launch, and they've already brought out paid mods before, and as I said, it went horrendous. To reintroduce it into the biggest meme dumpster fire we've ever seen in gaming, it's not going to look good for them. It's just not,
Yeah.
If I was Bethesda, I'd be like, okay, again, can we put this under branding? Or better still, maybe just, do paid mods for other games and just build this brand back up,
Yeah, I get
Because again, if they can build this brand up for the next 3 years, 5 years, and then get ready for the next Fallout, they can make their money back, people can get excited for it. If they brought out Fallout 5 or whatever they call it, dude, I mean, in this current state, not half of the people are going to line up for that shit.
Do you want to show people your boat shoes that you're wearing, Sam?
Guys, I wear boat shoes.
Guys,
very cool.
This guy grew up in Bondi, right? And when he wears boat shoes and trackies.
Lattes.
Boat shoes and trackies.
Avocado smash.
That's right. So anyway, final part of this story is the most hilarious part. Nice, that smoker's cough. It's coming along well, Sam.
Okay.
The final part of this and the most hilarious is that Bethesda are announcing that they're doubling down on the microtransactions, baby.
Oh yeah.
They said challenges, Adams, the Atomic Shop, and you. There's a whole bunch of bullshit here. And our approach to listen to this shit, okay? This is hilarious. Our approach to these items at launch was to keep them purely cosmetic,
which was not actually what they've done.
But after looking at the data, it became clear to consistently deliver content that keeps Fallout 76 fresh and exciting for all, we needed to rethink our approach to the Atomic Shop. Absolutely. The data said it, guys. They have to change it up to make it fun.
The data always says that, people want pay-to-win bullshit in their games.
While we had many ideas on what to add to the Atomic Shop, one of the ways was the direct result of community feedback. We heard from many of you who wanted items with some real utility. Starting in April, we began adding items such as repair kits, scrap kits, the collection station, and a working refrigerator.
Not a broken one.
I love how they put working in there.
Yeah.
Like with Fallout 76, it's necessary to specify that things actually work.
Very true.
So these have since become the most popular category in the Atomic Shop. We're still working on all the previously announced items and new cosmetic categories. So just to be super clear, the exact timeline of events here is that Bethesda promised that we would only see cosmetic stuff in their shop. They lied about that. They released the utility-based stuff that plays the game for you, makes it easier, makes it less grindy, whatever else. People bought it because people are stupid, obviously, and that's what they do.
And
people are tired of the grind.
Yeah.
And then Bethesda here are trying to dress it up like, look, we want to make the game as fun as possible, guys. The data tells us this is what you cats love. We're just doing what you guys want. It's not even... Look, we don't want to do this, says Bethesda. It's really you guys that want to do this. We would prefer it was just cosmetic, but you guys want it, so that's how it is.
Guys, I mean, we've said it again. We've said it once, we've said it a million times. This is a gigantic meme, okay? It'll never end. It'll never not be a meme, okay? It has given Laymen so many subscribers and views.
It has.
And I'm just so thankful that they come out continuously with bullshit.
Yeah,
Anyway.
this is the most flagrant rewriting of history I've ever seen in video games. Like, it is hilariously brazen just how bullshit this is.
There's never been any data in the history of any gaming to suggest that people want more microtransactions.
Yeah, like, no.
There's no such thing.
Like, and just to be clear, you could add this stuff for free, Bethesda. That's okay, right? You don't need to put it into your shitty cash shop.
No one's going to be like, oh, what? Fuck, I mean, that item's in there now, but I didn't have to go and buy it. Like, fucking hell.
Damn.
Hi, Bethesda. Just wanted to add some data. I'm pissed off that I'm having to not pay for this. It's just, yeah, it's ridiculous.
Anyway, that's our top story of the day, guys. Please, just remember, Fallout 76 bad. Epic Games bad.
Yeah.
Anthem
terrible, but not like Fallout. It's still Anthem 76, but it's not Fallout 76.
So we've got some super chats now. Eric Legrom, $10. Thank you very much, man. Has God of War 5
has God of War
Gears of War 5 conquered its server issues yet? Played first few weeks in broken horde co-op. Server issues were abundant. I still hear heaps of feedback from people saying that servers are still problematic.
Well, we did the review before it came out, so I haven't jumped on since, so I wouldn't even know.
Yeah, but I have heard from... I don't play multiplayer Gears, I don't like it, but I have heard from a lot of people that there are still issues, so I think that's the case.
Private servers are rented, not self-hosted.
Yeah, that's my understanding.
Oh, I see, okay.
Yeah. So thank you very much, Martin, 20 Sekiro coins. And King Yogi, $9.99. What are you talking about? Bethesda always does what's best for the players. That's EA, actually. Is this good for the player? And thoughts about mods in Cyberpunk 2077. Thank you, Daniel, $2. They have said that we can expect mods for Cyberpunk eventually. But when or what, or I don't know.
And they'll definitely be paid because the data guys, the
data. CD Projekt Red, we don't want to do it, But
the data is actually just, correct. It has to happen, guys.
Yeah, that's right. So, look, following on from microtransaction discussions, there's a very interesting thread doing the rounds with Destiny 2's community at the moment.
Yes.
And it's titled Eververse is Broken. Okay, now...
Depends on how hardcore or how casual you are.
This is a really interesting discussion, to be honest, in the world of Destiny, because, I'm someone that's playing Destiny 2 right now and loving it, to be honest. I think Shadowkeep is a really average expansion. I've said as much. I still believe that. I think it's definitely the worst major expansion drop we've ever seen, but it's not bad. Like, it's not terrible. It's just so anemic. It's so reused. It's not great.
Yeah, it really is. It's a perspective thing. As I said before, like, I haven't played that stuff before because I didn't really play Destiny 1.
Yeah.
So I kind of felt like, given how much they've juggled the cross play, the cross progression.
Yeah.
There's just so much they've been doing. They've moved away from Battle.net to go to Steam. Like, that in itself, with the quality of life that they've actually injected into this game,
yes.
There is so much there. So I think that
sure.
it's definitely something that adds to the overall what was this expansion like. So it's a kind of a tick well done in some ways.
I think so. I think the game is in a fantastic place. I think it's in the best place it's ever been. I would wholeheartedly recommend people check out free Destiny, because like the idea that you could get all of Destiny, or like 80% of Destiny right now for 100% free without spending a dime, is nuts. Like, that's a fact. Like, I'm sorry, I won't hear otherwise on that. Whether or not you think Forsaken and Shadowkeep are worth the dollars, I understand that. That's a fair question, But base Destiny for free, that's a solid product, man. So, one thing, though, that's popping up in the Destiny community is discussion about the Eververse store, which is a storefront where they sell, like, cosmetic items.
Yep.
TLDR, people are very frustrated that there's been a lot of new stuff added to that store, and almost no other stuff added to like the actual game, because most of what we've seen added is actual reskins and the like. There's no vendor refresh, no world drop refresh. Like, it's the same loot we've been grinding for a long time now, and all the exciting cool stuff that we would like to be able to earn is actually behind a paywall in the Eververse. Added to that, Bungie, Bethesda, why do they all be? Bungie have also changed the way that they are selling items, so that it's unclear whether or not the item that you're seeing for sale is going to disappear off sale eventually and not be available in the future, or if it will one day become available for Bright Dust, meaning you can earn it for free. So Bungie are essentially like trading in on your FOMO, and you're like, shit, I better buy this thing, and they're making it deliberately ambiguous so you don't know what you don't know what the deal is. You know?
That's the byproduct. I think it's a really great thing that they've gone free to play, but there's going to be a lot of hidden things that we probably haven't even thought of in terms of like fundamentally changing some of the experiences, if not a lot of the experiences in Destiny, in terms of where the best stuff is, how to know, how to know if some of the greatest items are going to stick around on the Eververse store. And like it's a huge leap. You know, there's definitely a give and take there. If a game goes free, I expect it to be more aggressive with its monetization.
That's the thing.
And rightfully so in a way, because it's a gigantic game. It's a gigantic undertaking. It's a huge value proposition that they're giving you. Like, here's a game. It's free 80% of it. It's a fantastic game. It's in a great state. Play it, and look, if you want to buy additional things, it's just going to be a slight premium. But it does come at a cost for the hardcore people that have been there for a long time, bought a lot of stuff already, and already been accustomed to a certain type of Eververse that they have been, playing with for so many years.
Yeah, it makes it much more complicated when you have a hybrid model of part of it's free, part of it's paid, because your free customers are like, this is amazing, I'm getting the best deal of my life here, and they don't have to spend anything. They can buy the cosmetics if they want to. But to be fair, if you are likely to buy a cosmetic skin for a weapon, you are probably also likely to buy like the expansions, because you're invested in the experience and you're like, I want to do Destiny properly, so I want to have the best skins, etc., right? So, the flip side of that obviously is that paid players probably aren't getting, like, how would I say this? You've already paid money, right? Why are we having microtransactions for stuff when we've already paid, like, $70 or $80 for the latest expansion?
Yeah.
Why can't you make that stuff earnable if I've paid the expansion price, and then the free-to-play players have to pay for that stuff at the
That
Eververse
becomes
store?
more and more complicated because,
Of course.
you're really then saying, to acknowledge the amount of time, money, and effort into those hardcore players is something that people would love.
Yep.
But that opens such a huge can of worms in terms of, like, how do you then monetize correctly for hardcore players and casual players? Where's the definitive line?
Yeah.
How is the Eververse structured for certain individuals that have either paid for previous content or paying for new content or paying for the... Or just, or it's different because there's a number of hours on their account. Like, it just gets a little bit too complicated. So I understand how Bungie just has to be like, look, this is kind of shitty for hardcore players. But I think as time will go on, it'll even out again. Like, they're not gonna go free to play again. Like, it's already done. In a year's time, it'll probably kind of be even. It'll even itself out.
Well, I don't know.
what
You
I
never
mean?
know. Like, Bungie could go even deeper on this and make it even worse, and more monetization, whatever else.
Oh, I do suspect that they're going to flirt with how much they can do that because. It's a giant undertaking for a live service to constantly add content, keep it fresh, interesting, and keep it at the top of its game, which it kind of is in the looter shooter. I think Destiny is the one. Warframe 2, but it's a different type of, game.
It's a very different experience.
Yeah, it's a different experience. So people are there for a kind of a different game. So I do think it's at the top of its game. And to be at the top of its game, just like Fortnite, it's like content. But you got to monetize that. So it's a difficult juggle.
For sure. I'm still working on my Destiny 2 review. I'm pausing at the moment because I got to do Outer Wilds and Death Stranding. I'm actually raiding today, by the way, on my Twitch stream with the Jez and with Dado.
Oh.
So if you like the Jez or the Dado, then come with me. But if you don't like the skill up, then
go with Jez.
Go with the Jez because he's better than me in every way anyway.
Yeah,
he's just
witty.
better.
He's more bubbly, actually.
He's just nicer. He's just a nicer dude.
He's a wholesome dude.
He's one of the most wholesome people I've ever met.
Definitely one of the wholesome people.
Chunky Joe with $2 says, Sam, nice hair today. That's nice hat today. It looks like hair.
I know.
Sam actually
what
got
do you
a
think?
haircut.
I got a haircut.
So,
See, the hat comes out more when I have bed hair. And I'm just like, it's 6:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
Shit, put a hat on.
Polly911 with 50 NOK. NOK dollars? I don't know what those are. Is that Norwegian crons or crowns or whatever?
Something like that.
That sounds like a lot though, because your currencies always seem really like they're like $1 is worth like 1,000 Australian dollars.
Yeah,
so
because
take
it's like
50 of
isn't it
those.
aligned with the euro.
I don't know, man.
Who knows?
So he says only hope left regarding good Fallout game is upcoming mods like Fallout Miami and Fallout Cascadia. Yes, but also check out Outer Worlds. It's out next week. If you like Fallout, you're gonna love it, man.
That could be actually a really strong competitor in a moment where like Fallout's really weak. So like what a great game to come along and maybe actually just swoop half that audience.
Sure. Bruce with 150 ZAR. Is that that's? I think that's he says South African. Actually, no, he's a Laymen, big fan over here in Cape Town.
Oh, nice.
South Africa. Just want to say you're awesome. Few of the sweet memes. Try out Boat Fighter. Boat like put fighter. Boot fighter. Love you guys. Is it like is it a South African game?
Put Fighter?
I don't know. Put Fighter? I don't know.
I'm not sure.
South Africans, they have funny pronunciations.
Yeah, maybe.
I love the accent though. It's awesome. Thank you very much, friend. That's 150. I don't know if that's a lot. But
I'm not sure.
Probably. Chunky Joe, $2. Thank you. Wait, are you wearing a hat? I feel duped. Tricked.
Got
him. Adam, £2. Weekly dumps are great. Nice trim, Sam. Thank you very much. And Brendan McNeil with $10 New Zealand dollars. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much,
Keep up the memes. Gents, love your work. Division 2 trial weekend on the EGS this weekend. Epic Games, bad friend. You're a very brave man mentioning it in chat, but we love you.
Are you still playing Division 2?
Not at the moment, no. I'm too busy, man. There's too much shit to play right now. Too much shit to review.
Yeah.
So, okay, we've got a question here. Personal question. No obligation to answer. Well, since you guys are brothers, I assume there's a period of mischief in your teenage
it's 20
years.
pounds.
What's the craziest stuff you did that you look back on with a hint of shame? I just played lots of video games.
I worked at McDonald's, so I ate a hell of a lot of McChickens just in the side.
Did you ever make that thing where, because I went to McDonald's as well, you would get like a McChicken bun, you'd like a McChicken, and then you put like
400 patties.
You just put like 400 chicken patties in there.
My mates would walk in and I'd be in the kitchen. I was like 15 at the time. I was like, I don't give a shit about this job.
That's right, yeah.
And they were like, hey, Sam. I'm like, hey, how you going? You know, and like, can I get one cheeseburger? Like, stack it up with like seven patties.
They'd order like the 9 box of nuggets, right?
Yes.
And then you could fit like 30 nuggets in there. Right?
One time the manager came and he's like, Sam, is this just a hamburger? Do you know that guy out there? I'm like, what? No. Next minute, need a new job.
So that's probably our biggest shame. Stealing from multi-billion-dollar corporations.
How dare we?
It's terrible.
Okay.
You wouldn't download a cheeseburger, would you? Jack Winter with $24.99. Here's some money for Lootboxes. Thanks for the good times, Jen. Thank you very much, man. Jack. You're a legend. Skywarp Greer with $2. Thank you, dude. It was really good meeting you at PAX. Anyone in the chat that we met at PAX?
Good to meet you too. I can't remember. It's hard to remember names and stuff.
I remember your face for sure, definitely.
Okay.
So much love. Sorry, it's not too much, lads. Love from the UK. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Jarvis, £2. We might be going to London in the future.
Maybe.
We can't say the details, but maybe we should do a London meetup.
I mean, if there's enough people that want to do it.
We're like, hey, meet up anyone? And then we're like, one dude rocks up.
Yeah. Someone walks by. Are you here for the meetup? No. Oh, sorry.
So, what else we got? We've got, man, there's a lot of super chats. Bethesda should have taken a page out of Rockstar's playbook, create a satisfying, solid base game first, then monetize afterwards. It just works. I agree. Ty Simmons, thank you very much. Since Destiny 2 Vanilla, if you bought every expansion DLC, it's been over $200, and you have to deal with these microtransactions if you paid nothing. Big suck. I agree with that. I agree. Destiny is an expensive game. It's kind of like a subscription fee that's kind of hidden.
Sure. I hear you there. But there's you have gotten a lot of value along that time. But sure. I hear you. Yeah.
Colin says, "Thanks for making traffic bearable. I'm stuck." Okay, well, thank you.
Thank you very much.
We appreciate that. $20 the Grizzly. So I'm wondering if you guys are super hyped for any AAA games, or has all the bullshit ground you down with all the microtransactions, season pass, and DLC? Nice. Yeah, man, I'm still super. Like, none of this gets me down. Like, there's still so many games that I'm excited about.
Because it really comes down to, like, the track record of the publisher and the dev. You know, like, I think that, Cyberpunk, am I worried about that? No. Even if it's maybe not the best game ever, which it probably will be, we know it's going to have the tender love and care, and it's not going to be monetized to the hilt. There's going to be, like, games like Death Stranding and stuff. Like,
I'm so excited to play Death Stranding, guys. I can't wait to play Death Stranding.
Exactly. There's going to be games like Doom Eternal, where I feel like, sure, it's with Bethesda, but at the same time, we've seen a track record of that. I don't think it's going to be monetized horrendously, but we don't know now. Like, it can be... Maybe they'll touch, like, the pillar of gaming. Who knows? We'll see.
The pillar of gaming.
The pillar of gaming.
Sensu Sensei says, your number one Weeb fan. Super happy for both of you. How far you guys have come.
Awesome,
also, play Dead or Alive Extreme 3. This channel needs some waifu content.
I was going to say, Extreme 3.
We'd get demonetized if we did that, man. That goes our channel. There goes our channel's monetization. Marco, thank you. Chunky Joe, another one. Thank you very much. Came for the memes. Stayed for the 2 lovely donuts. I don't know what that means.
Maybe we're the donuts.
Maybe
we are the donuts.
Weird snack-based joke.
Nice.
Like, I don't know. Anyway, guys, let's get back to the loot box outrage news. Welcome back. We've got some Call of Duty news here, guys.
Yes.
Let's talk about Call of Duty, because everyone cares about Call of Duty.
I mean, a lot of people do. And mobile, it was the most successful launch, I think, ever. 100 million downloads in like 24 hours or some shit. It was ridiculous.
It's true.
What is the news?
So the news is that Call of Duty, because before they were saying like, guys, we're thinking about maybe a different approach to monetization and no loot boxes, and we're like, that's bullshit, man.
They even had it in the corner.
They what?
In the thing at the bottom of it. Remember showing that there was going to be supply drops.
Yeah, they did have that. They
Exactly.
did. Now they're like, guys, we've rethought it, and we're not going to have supply drops. We're not going to have loot boxes in the game. They have said here, we're introducing a battle pass system into the next Call of Duty, not a loot box system. All functional content that has an impact on game balance, such as base weapons and attachments, can be unlocked simply by playing the game. And when they say can, I've become already very skeptical, because I'm like,
I don't know the words.
I can do that.
What other words can they use?
Well, they could use, like, you
unlocked.
can only get it, because if it says can, that implies to me that there's some way to also pay for them.
Yeah.
But anyway, we'll see how that
We'll
lands.
see that, but look, it's Activision, man. They'll monetize it correctly. I know it.
The new Battle Pass system will allow players to see the content that they are earning or buying. Battle Passes will launch timed to new post-launch seasons, so you can unlock cool new Modern Warfare themed content that matches each season. Yeah, so like basically they're like, they said here that there will be a free stream and a premium stream of content in the Battle Pass system in CoD, quite similar to something like Destiny 2's doing. A lot of Battle Passes work this way with the whole free and like, you know, paid tier. New base weapons will be earned through gameplay simply by playing Modern Warfare. Functional attachments for base weapons can be unlocked through gameplay as well, just as in the game's beta. So look, you know, the battle, they're revisiting their approach to monetization. Cool, I welcome this
It's
sort of
only
stuff.
from the backlash. That's it.
Yeah, it's only for the backlash, obviously, for sure. But they already knew that there would have been backlash if they did supply drops anyway. Like, that would have been clear. But my question is, like, how long does this last for? Because they might do this now, at the start, and then later on they'll be like, jokes, here come
We've
the loot
seen it
boxes.
before. We've seen it
like
before.
in every COD, basically.
Yeah, they always monetize it heavier and heavier as the time goes on, because the hardcore rusted community stays on.
Yeah.
And that's when they can make their money.
ready to be
So
milked.
yeah, they will do it. So it's only a matter of time. How long is that time? Probably 3-4 days after launch. No, it's probably
After
a
the
month or
reviews
two.
are out, then
Yeah,
they'll do
exactly
their thing.
right. After the reviews.
So
are
look,
out.
if you were excited about COD, then I mean that's good news for you. Like I have zero interest in COD this year. It
so over
comes out
it.
the same day as Outer Worlds. Let's just say that. Like
Yeah.
I'd much rather play the Outer Worlds than play Call of Duty.
What
but I
day
know
is it
that
exactly?
most people. Sorry,
What day is it exactly? For that one?
25th.
Of November.
of October.
October.
Super
Shit.
soon.
Yeah.
Super soon.
Shit.
So we'll keep tracking that
We're
story.
not going to get any review codes for that. Oh, that sucks.
Hell no.
Hell no.
Thank God, that's one game I don't have to review. Speaking of microtransactions, did you hear that some guy spent $220,000 in microtransactions on a Transformers game,
Well,
Sam?
look, I mean, you can build a transformer for that. Like, just build
A
one.
real life
You
You
can
could
just-
build a real life Transformer for $220,000.
You actually could. You could just, you could do that. You buy a bunch of shitty cars and smash them together, and then that's it. Paint them red and blue. Like, the guy's wasting his money, people.
And then do the voice.
And then do the voice.
Go on, Sam, do it.
Oh, I can't do the morning.
Nice. Well done, Sam.
Sorry.
So, really, way to let the stream down live, Sam. It's disappointment real time.
How about Ralph to the voice?
So,
does everyone want to hear Ralph to the voice?
Nah, Sam, I'm not the voice guy here, right? Okay.
Yes.
So the bot could. So this is the thing here where this guy says that someone spent $150,000 in Transformers, and then the journalist was like, I asked Fong to clarify that figure after the talk, or whether that was just a projection for the mobile game's highest spenders, and he confirmed that one player has spent $150,000 dues. Well, it's actually $220,000 dues. It's $150,000
US.
real dollars on microtransactions in a Transformers game.
Yeah.
I mean, that's crazy.
I mean,
that's so wrong that they let this happen.
Exactly. Like, there
wrong.
is a moral obligation when those numbers are coming through from one particular device to be like, okay, does this guy have a problem? Like, you got to like shut that shit down.
Yeah.
You really do.
I mean, he
though.
could be a Saudi oil prince.
I mean, sure,
what I mean?
he could be doing it on his private jet going, I'm really loving this game.
That's right. It's the best thing
You
ever.
know,
Love it.
if the Transformer needs oil, I've got oil for him, you know.
That's right. I'm going to buy the studio.
You know, but again, this is a perfect example why there needs to be some sort of light regulation, at least. Just light regulation, some sort of government pressure to, if someone is clearly like gambling themselves to financial ruin. But
again, we don't know he's gambling though. Like I said, he could be a Saudi oil prince. Like legitimately don't know how banging wealthy this guy is.
Most people aren't Saudi oil
princes. I know most people aren't, but this guy could be.
And that's where it comes in, where we need to just.
I agree.
Like have some sort of regulation so people don't, Just...
I do agree with the idea that it's ridiculous. So for sure. Hey, guys, don't worry about Halo Infinite. Everything's fine, even though people are quitting the studio, like the creative
We've seen it
director and
before.
the lead
It's
producer.
always all good.
So,
Anthem, when someone quits on the Anthem development team, it all worked out just fine.
So recently, the creative director of Halo left. And now we've seen the departure of their lead producer as well. This actually prompted 343 to issue a statement being like, guys, everything's fine. Look, I think most of the detail is covered here, where this is the response from the dev. Tim's role as creative director was to help make creative decisions around the design and direction of the game, whether it was campaign, multiplayer, etc., he explained. Mary's role, who's the executive producer, who just led the lead producer, as an executive producer and then lead producer on campaign, was to drive the game to its completion for our holiday 2020 release, with the latter specifically focusing on campaign deliverables. Producers at our studio support designers, engineers, artists, etc. by helping each of them track and hit deliverables. They also ensure that people they support are not overwhelmed with too much work and have all the tools information needed to hit their deadlines. To put it simply, the producers are the ones tasked with making sure the studio is always moving forward. Even our community team has a producer to ensure we're tracking to our deliverables, blogs, etc. Bottom line, there is no creative dilemma inside the studio and there is no writing on the walls. Now, the thing is, this quote here, all the stuff that he says, doesn't actually say that there's no problem. He's just like, here is the job description of a producer. Cool.
He's doing that because he wants to make sure people understand that they're not the creative cogs. They're not the ones making the game.
But the creative
brilliant.
director was. And the thing is, right, that person did leave. I'm sorry, but that person did leave. That's a pretty big deal. He actually was speaking specifically about how Mary, the producer's department, isn't such a big deal. He doesn't make any real mention of the fact that the creative director's departure is a big deal.
This is the thing.
So, he doesn't call out that part.
This is the thing, right? When you are working on a game like Halo Infinite, it is your opus most of the time. It is like the CV to rule them all. You can go anywhere and go, dude, I was on Halo Infinite. It's the biggest game Xbox has. You don't usually, sure, there are going to be some cases where you need to leave because maybe some dire family situations or whatever. You don't leave that job. You wait until it's done. So you've got that on your CV, and then you've got
Would you say you have to finish the fight, Sam?
You have to finish the fight. Nice. Exactly right.
That's a good joke.
Okay, that was great. See, Raf's the funny one, everybody.
I'm proud of myself.
You really have to stick that out. So when I hear that anyone in these major developments leave, it's a huge red flag, because at what point is something so dire that you need to let go of one of the biggest opportunities that's probably going to come your way?
Again, you don't know what happens. You don't know what's happening in people's personal lives.
I understand it, and that's why I said that at the beginning. But 99% of the time, you do the math and you go, I need to wait this out. It probably means that either internally there is something that was just really not going to plan, that you're like, I just need to step away from this, or you knew potentially, no, this is a real big jump, but maybe you were worried about the launch. You think it was not going to be great. It was going to be the next Anthem or something. And they're like, I just want to step away from this shit. I don't want to be associated with a brand. Now, I don't think it's going to be that. I really think it's probably somewhere in the middle. Maybe there's just some internal problems, or maybe there was they weren't getting along with the team or something. I don't know. But why do you leave, people? It's your opus. That's all I'm trying to get across.
Maybe we don't know. Either way, look, Halo, I don't know, man.
Halo 5 was a letdown.
Halo 5 was a big Halo 4 was okay. Halo 5 was a legitimate letdown.
We laughed all the way through the campaign.
Oh, God.
We played it when I first got my Xbox back in 2015 or whatever, Xbox One. And every time, every new mission, we were like, really? Oh, what is going on here? This sucks. So hopefully it doesn't happen again.
Where JC with $10 thanks says your Blizzard China meme videos were most excellent. Well done, gentlemen. Well done. Thank you very much.
BlizzCon!
Breno says no loot boxes on launch. Hee, and then the Pinocchio emoji.
Yes,
Like
course.
it.
Love it.
Jarvis with an important message for $10 said, Sam, quit smoking. I smoked for 7
Jarvis
years.
said it, I'm out.
And it's a better life without it. Ralph, Iceborne is scheduled for a December PC relief. I think it's January, and I do actually plan on reviewing it in January because I'll have some time there, which would be nice. So.
The concern of my life was quick. Yeah, like Sam, stop smoking. But Ralph, Iceborne, man, it's scheduled for December.
Lola with $5 asked, do you guys think that Cyberpunk will ever have official third-person mode? I don't think so.
Well, they've been pretty
very clear about the fact this is a first-person game.
Adamant. I think it's it's obviously their creative vision, and they want to stick to that. And as we've said in previous videos, I'm open to that. They've obviously, got a vision. Let's just follow that vision and see what it is.
Sure. Okay, cool. So let's continue with the news. This one here is about a Kickstarter that has recently collapsed.
Oh.
Now, it's getting spicy from a legal perspective. Now, Oath is an MMO that was kickstarted recently. It's been in development for a while, and it kind of looks like it's sort of collapsing a little bit. A YouTuber by the name of Cry did an hour-long video kind of like talking about how it's on the rocks and actually interviewing someone from Ocean Slide Studios who are artists that were not being paid by the developer, Ready Up Studios.
Interesting.
So that kind of caused this like cascade of events whereby the Discord that they were running kind of got shut down and the like. And so everyone's kind of really wondering right now what the hell is going on with this game. It does look like this Kickstarter is, on the rocks.
Yeah.
Don't know the details, obviously, because I've been following this Kickstarter closely. But this did lead into some very spicy follow-up in that the developer apparently is planning on suing the YouTuber. And there's an image here of a screenshot taken from the comment section from the official YouTube account saying all the information in this video is fabricated, and then denying it, saying we'll be filing suit for defamation. That comment was then deleted, and then there is another screenshot here from the Discord where one of the developers was saying they were taking legal action against Cry, and then 3 people have responded with clown emojis. So look, again, just want to clarify that we don't know if any of this is true. Please don't sue us, whoever you are. But anyway,
if Cry is going to be interviewing people that are giving that information, he's just passing on 100%. What has been told by him. To try and sue Cry, I don't think that's actually going to go anywhere, man.
Well, I think if you haven't got money to pay your artist, you're probably going to struggle to file for a lawsuit.
Sure, but
you pay for lawyers.
Sure, but it's one thing to maybe sue the people that are saying the information to Cry because maybe that is fake in the information we don't know. It's another thing to try and go after the actual news outlet that's just reporting on documented news that has been told to them. So we'll see.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, Kickstarters, I think it's important to remember whenever you back a Kickstarter, it's like investing in stocks, right? Like a startup.
That you get no return on.
Like a startup, right? Some startups are going to go gangbusters, it's going to be the best thing ever, and you make $1 billion. Most startups are going to fizzle out. And I think that's the case with Kickstarters. You have to be willing, you're taking on risk. And I just feel like all these people that are always like, oh, it's so disgusting how this thing, I got scammed, it's whatever else. It's like, look, if you're going to give some money to people with no guarantee of return, you have to expect that a percentage of those investments are going to flop. Either because it just fizzles out, or because the developers are jerks, or whatever else. That's just part of the cost of doing business in Kickstarter, man. I wish it weren't the case, but that's what happens when people put down their money.
Yeah, it's hard for there to be some really strict rules around Kickstarter in terms of we've seen this debate before, in terms of Kickstarters, people want some sort of, assurance that money's going to go to something that will come to fruition. But it's hard, sometimes it's like a business, as you said, some businesses just collapse. They don't work out. So this obviously might be just going down that route,
Sure. Kim Novak with $10 says, I'm not sure if it's your type of game, but Arcage Unchained just came out recently, which is supposed to be free of pay-to-win elements. Any thought about it? Otherwise, enjoy the weekend. I have heard about it. I don't have time for another MMO right now because I'm literally playing Destiny plus also Final Fantasy. Yeah. So, Final Fantasy's update, by the way, confirmed October 29th. Go and watch the trailer. It's the Nier crossover.
I saw your tweets.
So good. Oh my god.
I was just tweets.
As soon as I saw the trailer. So, guys, go check that out. Go and start playing Final Fantasy if you've got a spare 362 hours. Just level up a character.
Which, everyone does.
Everyone has that amount of time. That's fine. Craig Nixon with £20. Thank you very much, Craig.
No message.
Didn't even say anything. Absolute just gentleman. Aaron Coburn is a new member. Thank you, Aaron. Max Fernando. I ain't gay, but Laymen looking pretty thick, though.
Thank you. Yes.
Is that really how that works? Where like I'm not gay, but
The whole
isn't it,
like no homo thing.
I don't think those two things really click together
I don't
well.
know,
But
but look, I'm feeling
whatever,
pretty
man.
thick.
We'll take it.
Ralph definitely looks thick depending on what shirt he wears. Okay?
That's true.
You really do. The Kojima thins you out. Shirts,
does.
not so much.
I agree.
Not so
This
much.
is why the Kojima is good.
And that's why it's
is
constantly
there
coming
nothing
out.
Kojima can't do?
Exactly
you know?
right.
Make me look skinny. Members of Congress have sent a letter to Blizzard for £2. I did see that. Thank you very much, NecroPig.
I did that.
I know Marco Rubio was on that letter to Blizzard, being like, we, call upon you to, stand up for free speech and blah blah blah, do the thing, which Blizzard will obviously ignore because they're not going to do that. But anyway, Congress, they love to beat the drum when it's convenient for them.
Of course.
All politicians do.
Doesn't matter what country, exactly.
Jarvis Binks, $10. I forgot to mention Alex Jones memes, gentlemen. They're absolutely amazing. Hope you'll keep growing and raking some big dollary dues. You deserve it.
Yes,
Thank you very much,
we
my
did
friend.
enjoy that. We did enjoy that Alex Jones meme.
That was a good time. So, guys, here's something that made
we
me...
got 6 minutes left.
Thank you very much for telling me the time, Sam.
We don't have a lot of time left.
So, guys, something that made me very excited was that Capcom are teasing the return of dormant IPs, and everyone's mind goes immediately to Dino Crisis. Did you ever play Dino Crisis?
Of course, yeah.
God, that was a good game.
But,
It was such a good game.
I don't know. It didn't really I didn't latch onto it as much as you did.
I love Dino Crisis. It was like...
It's the Resident Evil of Dino games. Of Jurassic Park.
Correct. It was basically Jurassic Park the video game, but like a good version, because there were lots of Jurassic Park games back then. I remember playing a 2D version of Jurassic Park, actually, now that I remember it. Yeah, it's all come back to me.
Okay.
Yeah, anyway, my point is that Dino Crisis was amazing. Capcom, Darkstalkers as well, which I was never that big into. But Dino Crisis, man, how good would it be to see like a Resident Evil 2 remake?
Sure.
But Dino Crisis.
With the great...
I'd lose my shit.
With incredible graphics now, I'd love to see a giant T-Rex, like he's running away. Like, you got to be in the Jeep. Must go faster.
Yeah, that's right,
that would be great if they just throw some cheeky references in there.
Yeah, for sure.
What else have we got? Well,
So,
we only got time for like 2 stories.
I know, that's what we're going to race through. So obviously, Fortnite 2 came out this week, ladies and gentlemen. Fortnite Part 2, Fortnite Chapter 2. You can see here, it's Chapter 2, right? So obviously, what happened was that Fortnite was brought down in a very spectacular finish. Did you see the video?
Of course.
It's crazy. Like, I don't even like Fortnite.
The amount of coding, the amount of preparation, effort, time, love for that goddamn moment.
Oh, yeah.
Tremendous.
Just the music, the way that the gravity kind of like thrust them out so they could see the whole map, the way it got sucked into a black hole. Like, honestly, if I don't like Fortnite. Go and watch this video. You will be impressed. Even if you hate Fortnite, you will still look at this and be like, you did all right, Epic.
One of the greatest moment in gaming history in terms of like just gigantic. In terms of like
that's a big call, Sam.
No, in terms of like
down,
actual marketing, best moment in gaming history.
I agree. The marketing of it was
I've
absolutely
never seen
spectacular.
such a like gigantic moment for a game just trying to like promote itself.
There were 6 million people watching it live, which is the most viewed video game event of all time. And yeah, it was just nuts. You can see here on Twitch Tracker alone the kind of spike that we saw. This is just Twitch, and we had like 1.6 million concurrent viewers at a time in that moment. And yeah, that was obviously nuts. The question becomes obviously how much does that sustain and what difference is it going to make in the future? Because Fortnite's actually had a 52% reduction in spending over the last 12 months.
Yeah,
it's definitely trending downwards.
Look, they can do. Oh, you want to finish? You go.
Thank you very much, Sam. Thank you.
I'll bring
my
point. Amazing point up.
We have before the event, you can see here viewers at peaking at around 120,000. After the event, now you can see sort of like a little bit after was 225,000.
But now it's back down to
it's higher than it was before for sure, but it's not like crazy out of the park.
It's not last year Fortnite.
It's not last year Fortnite. Yeah, exactly.
Look, they've done the whole black hole. There is something there you can do. The Big Bang. Okay. The next chapter of Fortnite can be a Big Bang. So just do that. Give it a bit more life.
Do you mean like Big Bang Theory with like Sheldon and stuff?
No, I mean like the Big Bang. Just do another Big Bang. Like actual, like you've got a black hole. Now just the next thing can just be the middle of the map just blows up. Like a Big Bang. Are you getting what I'm saying? I think Ralph is too tired because I know I'm funny, okay? I am very funny. That's the next chapter of Fortnite, okay?
Oh my god, this is why we edit.
No,
this is why we edit.
No, I'm holding to it, okay?
Oh my god.
Even if we edit it, I would still put this in, okay?
That's right. Guys, that's Fortnite.
And that's that today.
And that's that, guys. Fortnite... The other news here is that some guy, this is pretty funny actually, some guy is literally being sued by Epic for cheating in Fortnite and also doing videos on how to cheat, okay? And while his case is before the courts, he's still continuing to put out videos on how to cheat, and one of his videos was titled "You guys can suck my ass once again. You guys can eat my ass once again." What an absolute boss this guy is. What an absolute boss.
Oh, God.
He's just like, fuck the police. Fuck Epic Games. You guys can eat my ass once again.
That's
I don't care.
very
You can
funny.
sue me for everything I'm worth. I'm a 13-year-old kid. I have nothing for you to take anyway, so come at me, Blizzard. Bungie, Bethesda,
Oh, God.
Epic Games. One of those guys.
How old is that kid?
I don't know. He's an absolute legend.
He's
though.
probably like he's probably in his mum's basement. He's like, fuck, whatever.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna keep doing this.
So we've got 2 minutes left. Let's finish off with some of our super chats.
2 minutes, we can finish. I know I can.
That's right.
Okay.
Nice, Sam. That'll be a record for you. So forgot to mention. No, we've already got that one. Star Citizen is basically a Kickstarter Sam's scam.
100%. We made a video on that. We made an opening meme.
That was from Drake AU. From Mary Boozer. Love the show. Been watching for a year. Cool to finally catch a live show. Thanks for all the great show, guys, and keep the memes flowing. Thank you very much, Mary Boozer. Beer on me, fellas. $20.
Thank you very much.
You are
That'll buy 3 or 4
soul.
actually in Australia.
Well.
I mean, if they're like those mini ones.
There's little. What are they calling them?
What are they calling in?
In Melbourne, they're called pots.
MIDI shots.
Melbourne called
MIDI?
their pots.
Oh, okay.
Here they're called middies. Yeah.
Middies.
And Dean Burton with $30. Thank you very much, friend. Thanks for the memes. Lots of love from Australia.
We love you too, man.
Thank you, man. So, guys, thank you very much for tuning in.
I think that's it.
Laymen Live. There were some news stories.
Oh, we're not going to get to the whole Death Stranding. It's delayed.
Ending review thing.
Yeah,
No,
it's delayed for 6 months. Oh, okay. Well, that's all right. You guys, you can read up on that.
Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe so you know when we go live next.
Yes.
I'm going to be streaming later today on SkillUp YT on Twitch. Going to be with Dado and the Jez rating Destiny 2. And
I will not be there.
Sam will not be there because he doesn't know how to play Destiny
Yeah,
or
pretty
any
much.
video games in general. Guys,
Sadly.
thank you. Laymen out.
Laymen out. Are we doing the whole thing?
Yeah, you are. Sam. Sing us
Okay.
out.
Laymen out.
Nice. Do you want to show them your phone thing?
Oh no, they can't see it anyway.
It's too late. You have to show them now.
Oh my god.
All right, this is the caption.
All right, this is going to be our opening today, and we couldn't stop laughing about it.
This is the caption.
Someone sent me.
Read the caption.
Okay, someone sent me how people go to the bathroom at work. Can they see it?
Yes, they
I don't know if they can see it.
No, they can just. No, you can't.
They can't see it.